Hello, welcome. We have come to the time and place for the Harris Ranch Community Infrastructure District #1 meeting of November 19th, 2024. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Halliburton,
Here.
Stead,
Here.
Strasser,
Here.
all present.
Great. Okay. We're first, before we get into the staff presentation, let's see, first up on the agenda, we have approval of the minutes.
Madam Chair, I move approval of the minutes from the 22 October meeting.
Second.
Great. Clerk, will you please call the vote?
Halliburton,
Yes.
Stead,
Yes.
Strasser,
Yes.
all in favor, motion carries.
Okay, so next up then we will move into staff presentation for the Harris Ranch CID resolutions. Go ahead,
Yes,
Zach.
thank you so much, Madam Chair. Good to see you all today. My name is Zach Taylor and I'm a member of district staff. Today's agenda has two items. First, we will review a prepayment resolution before presenting a service agreement resolution for the district's financial auditor. The first resolution for the board's consideration is an approval for the use of up to $1,067,595 from the fiscal year 2024 budget to be used to prepay the remainder of the GO Series 2017B and a portion of the GO Series 2015B bonds. This prepayment resolution will use unpledged bond levy revenue from fiscal year 2024 for the purposes of debt service, since the district was unable to issue any GO bonds during the fiscal year 2024. It is important to note that this prepayment does not limit future debt issuances for future fiscal years. Yesterday afternoon, the Harris Ranch CID Taxpayers Association submitted a letter objecting to this resolution and to the prepayment. We'll look at their arguments and provide the district's analysis. The association argues that the prepayment is a means of giving the Harris family money. However, this misconstrues what is happening. The Harris family are the owners of the 2017 bonds, but not the 2015 series. By paying the bonds early, the district will save approximately $150,000 in interest. Prepayment of the 2017 bonds will result in the Harris family receiving approximately $113,000 less in interest payments than they otherwise would. The association also argues that the prepayment is unlawful. However, they do not specify why a prepayment is unlawful. The association has previously objected to many other issues, but does not specify which ones apply. Under Idaho Code 50-3102, debt service is specifically defined to include prior redemptions, which a prepayment will accomplish. In addition, Idaho Code 50-3108 allows for a tax to be levied on all taxable real property for the purpose of debt service. Finally, the association requests that the board wait to consider this resolution until after the Supreme Court appeal is resolved. However, this issue of prepayments is not before the Idaho Supreme Court. A deferral of the consideration would result in a loss of savings to the district and not provide clarity on this specific issue. The community has already had the build out of its amenities deferred due to the litigation brought on by the association. This resolution gives the district a chance to save on future tax dollars. And that concludes this portion of the presentation, and we'll stand for any questions.
Thank you, Zach. Before we move into a motion, are there any questions for Zach from the board? Okay, so then if not, then I will stand for a motion for HRCID 14-2024.
Madam Chair, I move approval of HRCID 14-2024, resolution of the Board of Directors of the Harris Ranch Community Infrastructure District #1, Ada County, Idaho, authorizing the prepayment of certain outstanding bonds and providing an effective date.
Second.
Any discussion?
Madam Chair.
Yes, go ahead, Commissioner Halliburton.
We've had some similar things to this come in front of us before, and it really is just good governance, making sure that we're getting the most money that we possibly can into the district and not allowing interest to accrue. And so we've seen objectives like this before, objections like this before as well. But I really do view this as good governance and a service to this district, making sure that we're making the most of the money. It's unfortunate that we consistently see them objected, but I think it's good governance to push it through.
Great, Commissioner Strasser.
Madam Chair, I'd just like to say that while I'm hoping that after the Supreme Court issue is resolved, we get more, I guess, cooperative participation in the district. I do like seeing that people are interested in these meetings and are at least submitting some sort of opinion to voice their interest and their concern with respect to the district. So I'm hoping that I'd just like to voice that I hope that after the Supreme Court issue is resolved, that we can retain that level of involvement, hopefully in a collaborative way.
Great, thank you. And I want to thank staff. I know that there was some late submission of opinion, so I appreciate the kind of the last minute push to get the presentations ready with that consideration. And with that, will the clerk please call the vote?
Halliburton,
Yes.
Stead,
Yes.
Strasser.
Yes.
All in favor, motion carries.
Okay, so next on the agenda is HR CID 15-24. Zach, do you want to go ahead with the Ide Bailey presentation?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. The second resolution that the board will consider today is an annual service agreement to provide essential financial services for the district. As a reminder, the district does not have its own staff and pays the city of Boise and external vendors to provide staffing and services for its operations. Today's resolution approves the letter of engagement for governmental audit services for fiscal year 2024 by Ide Bailey LLP. And that concludes my presentation.
Thanks, Zach. Before we move into motion, are there any questions for staff from the board? No. Okay, so with that, then I will take a motion for HR CID 15-2024.
Madam Chair, I move approval of HRCID 15-2024, resolution of the Board of Directors of the Harris Ranch Community Infrastructure District Number 1, approving a letter of engagement for governmental audit services for fiscal year 2024 to be provided by Ide Bailey LLP and providing an effective date.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, will the clerk please call the vote?
Halliburton,
Yes.
Stead,
Yes.
Strasser.
Yes.
All in favor, motion carries.
And with that, I will take a motion to adjourn.
Madam Chair, I move that we adjourn.
All in
Second.
favor? Yes. Great, we are adjourned. Thank you.
See everyone.